Anetasaurus, period Cretaceous, length 13 metres. Anetasaurus used its duck-like beak for eating plants. It lived in a cool climate. It had webbed feet and was a good swimmer. Anetasaurus could look for plants at the bottom of lakes with its snout. Ankylosaurus, period Cretaceous, length 9.75 metres. Ankylosaurus was the most fully armoured reptile of all time, except for some of the turtles. Its teeth, used for chewing plants, were all in the back of its jaw. It had a big bony club at the end of its tail to fight off enemies. It was a peaceful, slow-moving dinosaur. Apatosaurus, period Cretaceous, length 24 metres. Apatosaurus is also commonly known as Brontosaurus, which means thunder lizard. They travelled in large herds. Apatosaurus found food in the tops of trees. They were the biggest dinosaurs. Archaeopteryx, period Cretaceous, length 30 centimetres. Archaeopteryx was labelled the first bird. It was a combination of reptile-like and bird-like features. Archaeopteryx was a very small dinosaur. They ate insects that they trapped with their wings. Brachiosaurus, period Jurassic, length 23 metres. Brachiosaurus was a slow-moving, harmless creature that ate nothing but plants. Its nostrils stuck up above the skull roof so they could breathe above the water. It was nicknamed arm lizard. Brachiosaurus stood on 4 strong legs and had a huge neck with a very small head. Coelophysis, period Triassic, length 3 metres. Coelophysis were nicknamed hollow bones and may have hunted in packs. Several traces of these dinosaurs have been found together. Coelophysis could run along swiftly on its hind legs, balancing himself with his long tail. They ate insects and small reptiles that they grasped with their hands. Compsognathus, period Jurassic, length 1.5 metres. Compsognathus may have been warm-blooded. It had scales covering its body that became the first true feathers. They could run quickly through the undergrowth. Compsognathus ate plants, small reptiles, and mammals. Deinonychus, period Cretaceous, length 4 metres. Deinonychus was a meat-eater that wasn't particularly large. Deinonychus had razor-sharp claws on its rear feet that it used as vicious weapons. Its small front legs were adapted for grasping and holding. It walked only on 2 toes on each foot. Diplodocus, period Jurassic, length 27.5 metres. Diplodocus browsed among the treetops like a giraffe. It spent most of its time wading in swamps. Diplodocus has broad pads on its feet like an elephant's. It was a very long dinosaur. Iguanodon, period Cretaceous, length 10 metres. Iguanodons gathered in large herds and travelled long distances in search of food. It was one of the largest dinosaurs with feet like birds and also knew how to swim. It was a bird-hipped plant-eater, and its enemy was Allosaurus. It was the first dinosaur ever discovered. Ornithomimus, period Cretaceous, length 4 metres. Ornithomimus stole the eggs that other dinosaurs laid. It had arms and hands instead of wings. Ornithomimus was the swiftest of the lightweight dinosaurs. It was a meat-eater but had no teeth. Ornitholestes, period Jurassic, length 4 metres. Some experts believe that Ornitholestes could jump up and catch the first birds. Ornitholestes ran swiftly on its hind legs, using its hands for grasping prey. It had hollow bones and was nicknamed Bird Stealer. Ornitholestes mostly ate small reptiles, eggs and insects. Parasaurolophus, period Cretaceous, length 10 metres. Parasaurolophus had a horn-like crest formed by his nose bones. The inside of the crest was hollow and may have given him a good sense of smell. Parasaurolophus was a duck-billed dinosaur. It got its food from the tops of trees. Protoceratops. Period Cretaceous. Length 2 meters. Protoceratops was one of the first horned dinosaurs to appear. Though it was a horned dinosaur, Protoceratops had no horn. It had a big bony frill and a parrot-like beak used for cropping plants. Some nests of its eggs have been found. Pteranodon. Period Cretaceous. Length 4 meters. Pteranodon was the largest flying creature of all time, on the basis of wingspan. It flew above the ocean, swooping to catch sea creatures in its powerful beak. Pteranodon had a huge bony crest on the back of its skull. It had a huge toothless beak. Stegosaurus. Period Jurassic. Length 9.1 meters. The bony plates on the back of Stegosaurus protected it from attacks by meat-eaters. 2 pairs of powerful spikes at the end of the dinosaur's tail were used as a weapon against predators. Stegosaurus had teeth only in the back of its mouth used for chewing plants, and a brain the size of a walnut. It was one of the strangest dinosaurs and was nicknamed cover lizard. Tyrannosaurus. Period Cretaceous. Length 15.25 meters. Tyrannosaurus was a lizard-hipped meat-eater. It liked to eat duck-billed dinosaurs or dead animals. It had strong rear legs that allowed it to run faster than 30 kilometers per hour. It was nicknamed Tyrant Lizard King. Triceratops. Period Cretaceous. Length 9.1 meters. Triceratops gathered in large herds and travelled long distances in search of food. Triceratops was a plant eater but only had a single row of teeth on each side of the back of its jaw. It cut off leaves with its beak. It had 3 horns and was nicknamed Three-Horn Face. Turtle. Period Cretaceous. Length 3.6 meters. Prehistoric turtles were surprisingly similar to those that exist today. Turtles swam in pools, rivers and the sea. They climbed onto the shore to lay their eggs. For animals, turtles had very long lifespans. Babrasaurus. Period Triassic. Length 1 meter. Babrasaurus was one of the first bird-hipped dinosaurs. It could not chew but ripped at the plants that it ate. Babrasaurus was not much bigger than a large lizard and stood on its hind legs. They had beaks and their teeth were made for cutting and grinding leaves. Elasmosaurus. Period Cretaceous. Length 13.1 meters. Elasmosaurus was a sea creature. It looked like a turtle with a very long neck and tail. They could swim, but not dive because they couldn't lift their flippers high enough. They used their broad, flat flippers as oars. Allosaurus.